In this video, I will show you how to add a contact form pop-up to your WordPress website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. So from here, we now have access to all of the widgets that are available with Elfsight. And to add a contact form pop-up widget, we just need to go to search widgets in this top right corner, and we need to look for the pop-up widget. So we can search pop-up right here and click into the pop-up widget. And this is going to take us over to this area where we can choose the template that we want to use. Now, none of these templates come out of the box as contact form pop-ups, but we can easily create one. It doesn't take very long to do. So all we do is we can select any of these and then click continue with this template. And then down here inside of the builder, we want to go to blocks and just delete every single block that comes with this template. So we can just go down and click on delete for all of these. And then we want to go ahead and add in a new element right here. And from the elements, we want to click on form. We can then go ahead and use this form to build out the contact form section. So all we are going to do, we already have email. We can go to add field. We can add short text right here. And we want to change the label to name. We can have this as the name section. Click on done. Then we can add a second field. Once again, short text. And in here, we're going to say your message. Once that is added, we can click on done. And then we can just rearrange these by clicking and dragging. So the name above the email. And we now have this created. We can then go down into the submit button and you can choose what this says, this submit button right here. You can then choose what happens after somebody fills this in and submits this. So if you want to show a success message, which we can write out here, redirect to a URL, or just hide the pop-up, we can create all of that right there. This is very important as well, email notifications. So when somebody fills out this form, you will be notified by email that somebody has filled this out. It will show you everything that they entered. And by default, this will be sent to the same email address that you used to sign up to Elfsight. So if you want to change this, we can click into here and you can add in the new email that you would like to receive these emails to. So we can then back out of this, we can click on done, and that is now set up. We can then go in and of course change the background color if you would like. From here, we can then go down to the layout and we can choose how we would like this pop-up to appear. We have left slide in, left pane, right pane, but I prefer the modal option. And then finally, we want to go down to settings and we can choose all of these settings for this pop-up. Now, the most important is going to be the trigger. So we can click into trigger, and by default, this is set to on-page load. So as soon as the page loads in, this pop-up is going to appear. I don't think this is the best, so I'm personally going to turn this off. But we have a bunch of different options, like time on page when somebody scrolls, if they scroll to a certain element, if they click on something, or when they go to exit the page, we could have this appear. But I prefer to have this time on page, and then we can set how long will they have to be on this page before this appears. So I'm going to set this to 5 seconds right here. So that is my trigger. We can then go back. We can choose how often this shows. We can choose the pages that this shows on, the devices that this shows on. And once we have this fully set up and customized, the last thing that I will do actually is I'm just going to go back to the builder right here. I'm going to add one more element, which is going to be a heading. And in here, I'm going to change this to say contact us. Perfect. And then I'll just drop this on top of the form right here. Once we have this all set up, we can then go ahead and click on publish. And Elfsight is then going to take us over to this page where we can now choose a plan. Now the plan that you go for depends on how many monthly website visitors you get. So we have all of these different options, or alternatively, if you have a new website or if you just want to test Elfsight out, we have this free plan as well. Once you have chosen your plan, Elfsight is then going to give us this piece of code. And this is what we use to embed the pop-up onto your website. So we just click here on copy code. We can then go over to your WordPress website right here and open up the editor on the page that you would like to add this pop-up to. Once you are on this page, just click on this plus icon in the top left corner and search for HTML. This is the element that we want right here, custom HTML. And because this is a pop-up, we can drag this anywhere on the website. Then we just click in and we paste. On the editor, this is going to show up as text, but on the actual website, this will just show up with the pop-up and this text will be invisible. So to show you this, we can go ahead and save the website, click into preview, and then because we are still logged in to the WordPress editor right here, what we actually want to do is just copy the URL from the top and we can open this in an incognito window. So we are viewing this like somebody who would actually come to the website. So I've just opened the website there. It should take about 5 seconds because that is what I set this to. And just like that, after 5 seconds, this contact us box has appeared. So we can go through, we can fill this out, and that is how you can add a contact form pop-up to your WordPress website.